From your local election headquarters, weeks ahead of the general election, the Rhode Island Board of Elections holds an abrupt meeting to discuss possible new requirements for local election officials.
That includes how to handle the expected rush of mail-in ballots. But the agenda is getting some backlash from the Rhode Island League of Cities and Towns. 12 News reporter Brittany Schaefer was at the meeting today and joins us now with the latest developments.
Well, in a letter to the Board of Elections, the Rhode Island League of Cities and Towns says they are in strong opposition to any new unfunded mandates to cities and towns, especially after the pandemic's financial hit.
Statement.
The Rhode Island Board of Elections discusses installing security cameras for drop boxes ahead of the general election. But after many local election officials expressed concerns over local funding, the board voted to move the item to next week's meeting in hopes the Secretary of State or Attorney General could foot the bill.
I'm, for one, in favor of it. I'm concerned, obviously, with the cities and towns and the burdens that it places on them. But I do think that there has to be some type of security provided, given the fact that we are going to be receiving a lot of ballots in these particular boxes, and it could obviously affect the outcome of the election.
It seems to me that it ought to be 24-hour-a-day security in terms of the camera system, and I think it's something that we need to find a way to finance to protect the validity of the election.
The most timely and favored installer of these security cameras would cost $4,000 per camera for a total cost of $156,000. The board also unanimously voted on an item requiring the Board of Canvassers and staff to participate in signature matching training. Due to the current strain of COVID-19 in numerous elections, the board decided to encourage local boards to participate, but it is not required.
Ballots are going to begin mailing October 4th or October 5th from the vendor that the Secretary of State's office has a contract with.
And the signature matching training would be an online course costing about $50 per person. The Board of Elections is hoping that would also be something the Secretary of State could fund. I'm Brittany Schaefer, 12 News.